Back in May this year, Jordan Brand came out with a Jordan 5 Craft Allwood Brown. That was another addition to their Craft series. We've seen a bunch of these Craft shoes, like the Jordan 4 Craft, the Jordan 4 Olive Craft that's coming up, a bunch of Jordan 1 low and mid Craft shoes. I'm probably missing a bunch of them. There's so many. And on November 10th, Jordan Brand is taking that Jordan 5 Craft Allwood Brown, taking out the color and putting another color on that shoe, constructed in the same way. And me, being the Jordan 5 sucker that I am, I'm all for it. Air Jordan 5 Midnight Navy. And right off the bat, if I had to compare this shoe to the Jordan 5 Craft Allwood Brown, I think that shoe, I really like that shoe. I think that was a very wearable color. This one, maybe a bit more out there with the Midnight Navy blue. Still a pretty basic color though. I think there's something about this part of the shoe, the midsole and outsole with the blue shark teeth, that really stands out to me. I really love this part of the shoe. So if I had to choose between the two, I think I gotta go with this one. Now, the shoe is dropping on November 10th for $210 in the United States. Now, fun fact, this shoe was designed by legendary designer Tinker Hatfield. He was inspired by a fighter jet from World War II. So he designed a very aggressive looking shoe resembling, and I quote, this is from Jordan Brand's website, Michael Jordan's biting style. And I'm glad that he took that inspiration, because that shark teeth on the Jordan 5 is definitely one of my favorite features on all Jordan shoes. It just looks so cool, especially when the colors and the midsole really play well off each other. I love it. Now, originally, when this shoe first dropped, it was retailing at a price of $125, which is around $300 in 2023 terms. So we're actually getting a really good bargain. Well, that's probably what they want you to think. Real quick, I do want to mention on November 1st, if you go to my website, you can sign up to be a Soul Inclined member, members with benefits. So for $8 a month, you'll get ad-free videos, you'll get early access to every single video. So as soon as I finish editing it, I'll upload it. You'll be able to watch, and you'll also get 4 exclusive videos every month. I do want to grow a community. I do want to make this more of a full-time thing, and I do want to spend more time making more videos. So your support, really appreciate it. But if you don't want to support, totally cool with me. I'm still really appreciative and grateful if you watch my videos just on YouTube. And the upper sole of this shoe, the base layer, it is this canvas textile. However, if you look at the canvas, it might not seem like the canvas you might be used to on other shoes. There's like a slightly different pattern to it. And in a vacuum, I don't love canvas. I don't like how it feels. I don't really love how it looks. And I feel like canvas sneakers, it just holds dust a bit more stubbornly. Now, black canvas or darker color canvas, obviously it's not as bad, but if it was white canvas, yeah, the dust kind of just holds onto the shoe. And then on the mudguard, as well as the heel and the ankle collar, it comes in suede, and it's this very dry, kind of hairy suede. I don't really love that. Don't really love how that feels. It is the same as the Jordan 5 Craft. I like really kind of smooth suede that feels very premium. Like this suede right here on the New Balance 1700 Toronto. This kind of suede, see how smooth it is? I like this suede a lot more. And again, just a personal opinion. Some people like that aesthetic. Totally fine, totally cool. Personally, I just like a smoother suede more. Now moving on to the tongue. Obviously a lot of Jordan 5s have a very distinct tongue. Comes in that 3M material. And fun fact, the Jordan 5 was the first time that Tinker Hatfield put 3M on a Jordan shoe. So 2 OG colorways actually had that 3M reflective tongue. This one, it doesn't. It just uses that canvas textile material on the tongue. And I must say, some of those Jordan 5 3M tongues come very stiff. Like off the top of my head, the Jordan 5 Low Clot. That shoe has a 3M tongue, and it's the most stiffest tongue I've ever felt. Super stiff. But this one, obviously not 3M, doesn't have that problem. Comes in a very soft and bouncy tongue. And on the inside of the tongue, you see that Air Jordan tag. Sometimes that Air Jordan comes upside down, like the Jordan 5 Dunk on Mars that I have behind me. That uses an upside down Jordan, but for this shoe, just comes with a regular Jordan right side up. Another fun fact, they put it upside down because back in the late 80s, early 90s, people would flip their tongues like out when they wear their shoes. So they anticipated people doing that. So when they flip their tongues out, you would see Air Jordan the right side up. I don't know how Jordan Brand chooses which shoes to apply that to. So if you know the answer, drop a comment below, but I don't know. Now moving down, you see this rib laces, also slightly different than like a standard Jordan 5. That is also the same as the Jordan 5 Craft Allwood Brown. And I do like that aesthetic. I think it looks pretty nice. And then on the eye stays, as well as the knitting on the shoe, you see this kind of dark gray color, as well as inside the ankle collar. I think this gives the shoe like a very midnight and nighttime look. Looks very sleek. I like how that looks, especially when you contrast it with that white midsole. Really happy they went with a white midsole instead of a sail midsole. I think that makes that midsole really, really pop. And speaking of the midsole, Jordan 5s comes with a polyurethane midsole with a visible air unit on the heel. My favorite part about the shoe, it's a combination of that navy shark teeth as well as the outsole. Look at that RC outsole with that shark teeth. I just love how that looks. So obviously a rubber outsole with herringbone traction. And another fun fact, the Jordan 5 was the first Jordan shoe to use IC outsoles, and it started a beautiful trend. And on the booty of the shoe, it is a Jumpman, just a Jumpman, no Nike Air on the booty. Generally, if it's not an OG colorway, it won't get that Nike Air booty treatment. So this shoe follows that rule, and I know some people really just prefer the Nike Air. For me, I don't really mind that rule. I think it gives it a good distinguishing factor. Obviously, some shoes get special treatment. They break that rule, like the A Ma Maniére Jordan 5s that are coming out at the end of the month. Both those have the Nike Air treatment, but A Ma Maniére, they do what they want. They get special treatment. This shoe, just a general release, Jumpman on the back, and it looks pretty nice. The black on that navy blue, it looks very subtle. It kind of blends in. I like it. Now, this shoe doesn't come with any extra laces. I think the blue ribbed laces actually fit very well. I think if they gave us another set of extra laces and a brighter color, it might give the shoe a bigger pop. If they went with white laces, it might look pretty nice with the white midsole. But in general, I think the default laces look pretty good. And you might notice that I don't have the lace locks on my Jordan 5. The Jordan 5, obviously the first Jordan shoe to introduce lace locks. I don't like the lace locks. I always take it off when I wear the Jordan 5s. But this does come with a lace lock, kind of semi-translucent black with a midnight navy lace lock with a white Jumpman in the middle. There we go. In the box of the shoe, an Air Jordan Flight Club box. This is the same as the Jordan 5 Craft Allwood brown box, except a different color. So obviously this one has more of a midnight navy tinge to this box. And I really like this box. Now, fun fact, the Jordan Flight Club back in the early 90s or late 80s, can't remember exactly what years it existed, but it was a Jordan membership club. So you'd actually get a physical membership card. You get a signed photo from Michael Jordan himself. I believe a t-shirt and probably a few other things. I believe it ended in 92 or 93, but I think it's a pretty cool concept, pretty cool idea. In 2023, people don't really give out membership cards like that, but I say bring it back. And something about this box, it's just more sturdy compared to a Jordan 1 Nike box. This one just feels indestructible. Now moving on to size and comfort, I'm a size 9.5 true to size. I have wide feet, but for Jordan 5s, I usually just go true to size. And I gotta say, the Jordan 5s, they're probably the best fitting shoes for my feet, the best fitting Jordans for my feet, at least from 1 to 14. It just really, really feels super comfortable. Like I mentioned before, in rare occasions, they come with a 3M tongue that's super stiff and it really hurts your ankles. And even when you try to break it in, it's still very stiff. The shoe obviously doesn't have that problem. Most Jordan 5s actually don't give me that problem, even if they come with a 3M material tongue. So 95% of the time, the Jordan 5s is just, yeah, perfect for my fat feet. Inside the shoe, very, very well cushioned, very well padded, very snug. The tongue is super soft. There's a little bit of weight to the Jordan 5s. It's still obviously a very chunky and bulky looking shoe, but I love that. And it's not too heavy where you feel like it's a burden. And cushioning wise, obviously you have a Nike Air unit. The cushioning is still pretty flat to the ground, but that's kind of what I prefer. I don't like it super, super flat where you feel like you're kind of walking on cardboard, but the cushioning on Jordan 5s, I think it strikes a very good balance. And that brings the total sole score of the Air Jordan 5 Midnight Navy to 15 out of 20. A pretty average to good score compared to other general releases. Now colorway wise, I think this is a super nice colorway. Navy blue, it really is one of my favorite colors. I'm pretty standard when it comes to colors. I'm not someone that is attracted or appealed to a lot of wild colors. So something super standard, it's right for me. Especially with the white midsole and the icy outsoles. I think it just plays really well off each other. And then the hints of black throughout, just really, really nice. Now in terms of materials, personal opinion, I don't love the canvas textile material. It's not my favorite. I really do think leather is king. Again, personal preference. Don't get mad if you like that material. This is my opinion. I do love leather on shoes the most. And when it comes with suede that's that dry, kind of hairy suede, I don't love how it looks. I get it, it's like a craft series shoe. Might be going for that super deconstructed look. But I think overall it just looks a bit messy, looks a bit beat up before you even wear the shoe. Some people do like it. Again, personal opinion, it's not really for me. I'm trying to be objective, so I'm not giving it a 1 out of 5 in terms of materials. But yeah, I think there's better suede than that. And in terms of comfort, the Jordan 5s are not only my favorite Jordan shoe ever, It is also my favorite shoe in terms of comfort. It's just so snug, so well padded inside, fits my wide feet really, really well. The cushioning, I think it's decent. It's flat to the ground, but not like super flat. It just ticks all the boxes that I'm looking for in a comfortable shoe. Now, in terms of versatility, I'm trying to be objective because I do love the Jordan 5s. It is still a pretty chunky and athletic looking shoe, at least compared to like the 1s, 3s, and 4s. So maybe it's not everyone's cup of tea, and this whole entire upper sole being this one-tone midnight navy, that might be a little hard to wear for some people as well. But personally, I think it's still a standard enough color where you can pull it off pretty easily. Like, it's not like a bright purple where you really gotta be well dressed to be able to pull that off. But for me, I'm not a fashionista. I can't pull those kind of shoes off. But I think this is still pretty easy to wear. It's still pretty versatile. I think I can wear the shoe pretty easily. So if I think I can, I think it's a relatively versatile shoe. But if I'm being objective, there are more versatile Jordan shoes than this one. So can't give it like a 5 out of 5. Trying to be objective, 3 out of 5 for versatility. A Jordan 5, icy outsole, a very sleek looking blue shark teeth on the Jordan 5. That's pretty much all the ingredients you need to lure a sucker like me into getting this shoe. If I could have it my way, I do prefer an all leather shoe, but you don't always get what you want. And like I said before, I am a Jordan 5 sucker. So that's it. Thanks for watching Sole Inclined. Let me know what you think of the Air Jordan 5 Midnight Navy. Like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. And remember, tomorrow may never come, so wear your shoes.